Hi, it's Yusuf. Today I want to tell to you how to use Docker with Golang language because I tried to find a really good example to explain to you how can I use Docker with Golang or other language. I prefer Golang because it's really preferable language, and besides that also useful application I will create to you. Let's start. First of all, we have to start our Docker services, but if we look at this terminal, we cannot see any web services. First of all, you have to write service Docker start if you want to start your own services. I have to look at my Docker files first of all. And go directory. I have 3 applications, but first thing is we have to be careful. There are 3 applications. The first one is really simple because when I am looking for an alternative for virtual machine, I became face to face with Docker. Docker dropped LXC, the default execution environment, and replaced it with its own lib container library. In this article, I will show how to make a Golang Restful API and hosting inside Docker. If you make small research about Docker, you will see Docker is an open source platform for facilitates application development, deployment using container technology. Google, IBM, Microsoft also playing major role, preferring to be more flexible than virtual machines and to be completely free. Docker virtualization structure doesn't have hypervisor layer unlike now the virtual machine. Instead, it uses the Docker engine to access the host operation system and use the system tools in the shared manner. Let's start my simple application. We have been drifted from our main concept. Also, you can make small research about the Docker. You will see this kind of things easily. There are 2 files. The one of them is a Docker file. Let's look at it carefully. You will see that 5 layer from run, add, workday, run, and cmd. From getting latest Golang Docker image from Docker Hub, run, build your application via Golang. The other things, you are creating some directories and files to run these things. And let's take a look at the main Golang. Yes, it's an easy one. It's really easy. High faults, the printing the terminal. Without this, we will have to download the Golang and set up this environment instead of using Docker. But we don't need anything. When we write this command, we will see 3 images, but because I tried before you, because I have to be sure before you're showing to you my details, go sample2, Golang, there are some example why I did this thing before our application, our lessons, because I have to be careful about because it's sometimes first time is getting long time, taking long time. It's not easy the waiting for me because it takes the 5 minutes, but after that it's really fast because it's getting some repositories from the Docker Hub. It takes time. So Docker needs two things: to build and run. We have to build Docker build my Go1 Go sample 1. Yeah, it's an error. Please don't forget the full stop at the end of your command. Yes, it's faster. If we check this image, we never see any my Go sample 1, but if we do that, yes, it's here. Yeah, I forget. Because we created an image, first of all, build, make some images for hosting, because the Docker run will host without hypervisor. It will put there in structure. So we need the run it my Go sample. False. This application is really easy, but we need really challengeable another application. First of all, simple RESTful service by Golang and Docker. This is not the only way to make HTTP requests with Golang, but this is an easy way to do it. I think that is an important point for creating requests with easily steps and then making requests from web browser. I want to explain step describing handler, method for routing, like here. First of all, we have to go back. So it's too much go back. Yes, the same Docker file we have is the same. There is no issue. We don't have to change it. But I want to open it for you by using the Vim. I think it's better. When you look at here, there are some import commands. FMT is a basic one. Log, sometimes we need log. Logic is a little bit different than the Java, C# and other language. The net HTTP is really easy in Golang. Function handler, the main function, error handler. First of all, we have to write printf, print line, the main structure. So we have to tell our HTTPs the handle function, the handler. So because it's the handler function, it's a handler. Actually, it's not good naming. It's really it's not useful. I have to change it. But it's an example. So I am printing some information about my web services and listen and serve this port and print for error, catching error. I created I created an error handler, because if you call this thing listen and serve, it will return to you an error, and error handler put here and run this method. Because Golang doesn't have any try-catch structure, because some method, when some method is called, it will create any problem, any error, it throws to you, you will catch it and handling inside a method. So it's really easy one. Yes. Let's build again. I will write it, but I am a little bit look at that. It's really fast. Build is really fast. But I wonder something. Yes, there is a port 8093. Let's clear our screen. There are too much west here. Because if you're hosting some RESTful services, you have to express your port values, because the first port is your container port, the second one is your web services port. Yes, here we go. Well, because our methods, if you look at this RESTful services carefully, I wrote some details about our web services, which port, which controller running, because the message on your terminal screen are really important to understand your RESTful services. Because let's stop it. Yes. Because this one is a container port, this one is your website RESTful port. This is really important. Run again. Yes. Yes, correct. Simple RESTful service describing handler method by routing, listen and serve, managing errors are important tips. Please don't forget something about Golang doesn't have try-catch structure. I mentioned before, but this is important. I think that tutorial is useful for beginners who want to learn and taking a look at DevOps skills. Golang is a great programming language and great RESTful API because it's scalable and powerful. So if you are interested in more professional application, you have to take a look at Docker Compose. Without Docker Compose, your application is not fit for production. It's not a real application. Please look at the Docker Compose. I am intending to write an article about that, maybe making some tutorials. Yes, we will see that. Thank you for listening to me, and I will make the new videos for you. Bye.